Hello everyone, hello everyone. It is me, Just Be Audrey Lane. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and subscribing. Thank you so much. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and hit that bell so you can be notified of when a video is up and posted for you guys. Make sure you like and comment and share. I am Just Be Audrey Lane. Make sure you know who you are. Be your Just Be God-given name. God-given name. So tonight, as it seemed like I may be rushing, I have like a lot of things going on. Remember, I told you we are going to have a big surprise coming to us in a couple of hours that I'm going to share with you guys and bring you along. I thank you so much for the support and everything that you guys have been doing. It has truly been amazing. Getting calls and comments and people texting me. I thank you so much, and I say to God be the glory the whole time, because finding my voice in Him is so magnificent. So I thank you guys so much. Find your voice. You are someone. You have a voice. God has so much for you. So my children are waiting because they want me to show you a new person that's added, well, a new thing to our household.
Your granddaughter.
So we have a black and white cat named Blaze, and then we have an all white cat named Popcorn, and now we have this little one right here
With the lucky spot.
with the lucky spot, if you see it, and her name is Cree Summers,
AKA number 5.
aka number 5.
Named after African
So-
American lady who
She is new to the family. She loves my earrings when they dangle and everything. So tonight is going to be more so of just wait on it. That's probably not going to be the title of the journal, but it has just come to me of what God has for us. Just wait on it, because He is actually gearing us up and He's getting us ready for what He needs us to do. So it's okay for us to wait, but what we need to do in the process of it is being purpose and making sure we're doing everything He needs us to do. Being in His Word. Come on, Queen. Being in His Word. She doesn't want to go. Let her do what she's going to do. Being in His Word, being of purpose, and making sure that we are staying in tune with Him. So, where I'm actually going, I have everything kind of set up for me to still continue to be me, but crack some things open inside of me that I've been letting just sit dormant for a while. So I am actually going on vacation, but I am not doing what people may think it will be. I'm actually going to find and discover more of Audrey Lane, because God has been telling me there's so much more in you. There is so much more in us. So I'm going and stepping out, and I'm going by myself. I'm going by myself on vacation to find out just who Audrey Lane is. Can you be by yourself in a different atmosphere, in a different, place? And I feel comfortable, because going to where I am going, I won't really be alone. More importantly, everybody who I have talked to is like, make sure you don't go and talk to strangers and everything. And they were like, no, I'm not treating you like a child. I'm treating you like someone who you got to make sure you are not going off talking with strangers, because of your personality and everything of how you do and how nice you are. You don't want to fall victim to anything. And my whole thing is this: I trust and keep my faith in God, but I'm not going off to do what you think I'm going to do. I'm actually going with, my church. So it's not like I'm by myself. I'm going on vacation by myself. I'm the only one in my household that's actually going, and that's a good thing. That's something, because I already know I'm coming back in purpose for a plan that God has kind of given me. And we have made a talk. And I've talked with Him, and I feel so confident that this is just a resting point. That this is where he needs me to be, that I need to get sure-footed more in him. So go off, because this vacation is where you're going to be coming back into a different, see you, babe, a different thing. Bye-bye. Call me when you get home. Sorry, guys. My daughter, she's leaving. But I need you to come back, because where I have you going to be, you need to get your mind ready for it. So we need to get our minds ready for where God is about to take us. You know, he has already elevated and moved us in an area that is a little bit uncomfortable, and he's moving us forward into more. So you better know that it's okay. I was sitting talking with a friend of mine today, and he was saying that, you know what, you're doing, you know, something that needs to reach out to people more. Your channel is amazing, and it's doing, you know, well, but you gotta change it around like this. And I just looked at him and I was like, well, thank you so much for the information, because he knows that he's like a big time YouTuber, you know. And I was like, the one thing I don't want to do is I don't want to be not myself on here. I don't want to be fake. You know, that was one of the things that I was having with social media before, wanting to be where, trust me, when I was on Facebook, the way that I was on Facebook, I got a lot of likes and comments, but that's because I had a foul mouth, a foul, nasty attitude, and just saying anything. I was reckless. I don't want that. That's not purpose. That's not purpose. That was just, it was craziness. My channel is going to reach who is going to reach, because I'm coming on here and being my genuine self, and God is going to do it. I appreciate all his information, and I'm not going to shoot it down, because I talked with another guy today who told me some information, and I kind of work with him within my store. He is a mover and everything, and he kind of said the same thing, but he kind of gets me a little bit more on how I function and everything. Was like, no, you know, you're doing a good job. You're doing, you know, what God having you to do. Because like I said, the glory isn't mine. You know, God will have it come when he sees fit for it. When he sees fit for it. So I am going to continue being Audrey Lane. And why I say it, that I'm going to continue being Audrey Lane, I'm discovering who I am. You guys go out there and discover who you are. When I tell you, I'm finding out some things that is so amazing in me. Pushing through, because even now in my head, things want to come up and like, oh no, do this, you can lie, go on and lie and do it. No, I don't want that. I want my mind to be truly at peace and truly doing where I am myself. For so many years, I fit a mold that someone else wanted me to kind of be. Acting a certain way for, you know, who I was around and what crowds I was around. I love the fact that Audrey Lane is Audrey Lane. I like that. If I don't get something right, I go on learning it and correct it. But I don't, you know, want to fit into anything that's not for me. You know, I was just sitting there telling my daughters and everything, because we went out, we had like a little mom-daughter day, because I knew that I was, you know, going away. So it was like, okay, I want to spend as much time as I can with you, because I'll be away for a couple of days. And, you know, the relationship that I have with my children now is totally different. That I keep them in mind when I do stuff. I don't just be like, okay, I'm going to go do myself, you guys got it. Like, no, I want you to know, like, you know, when I went to Pittsburgh, oh my goodness, I was like missing my kids, and I was at least 5 hours, like, I think, goodness, 5 hours away from my children, and I still truly miss them. And this time, even though my children are older, they're still my kids. They're, no matter what their ages is, they're still children. And leaving them, I just wanted to make sure we went and had some good time together. And we always do the laughing and joking. My kids are like nuts. They really are. And it was just so funny, because I didn't get a chance to spend time with my younger son because he went with his friends to go play basketball and everything like that. And his whole thing was like, Mom, I spend time with you. Gave me kisses from afar, like, all right, I'm out, Mom. You have a good time. You know, boys, you know. And my baby is like 16, but he's like 6'3", almost 6'4", if that. Probably six, I don't know, 6'3", 6'4", one of the two. But he's a baby. He's a gentle giant, you know. And he has like a truly wonderful heart and presence. All of my kids do. My oldest boy is like amazing. He has like a good heart. He has, you know, a mixture of all my nephews. It's so weird. All of the older boys who kind of grew up with each other. My son is the youngest out of them. And then we had one more young little bro, which is my sister's son. And it's just amazing. All of them. But me going away, man, I'm not taking my whole setup thing with me because of course, it's not like I can. I'm going to be putting all of my videos up as like just a corner conversation thing. And I'm going to make time to do my journaling, writing, as well as the videos, because God has been speaking to me of, you know, it is time. It is time. It is time for us to value ourselves and what we're doing in our growth with God. So value your growth. Value the fact that you have come so far in it. You know, man, I thank God every day that I wake up lightweight with all the things that I had going on in my mind, just not there. For the last, I want to say week now, I wake up laughing. That's joy. That's peace. Trust me, it's a process to everything that is going on. And I really thank God for it because he shows me every day that you can get over this. Look where I have already brought you from, Audrey Lane. Look where he has already brought you from. And that's enough that you can say, I know I can get through this. And I'll be honest too, God, I don't like this, but God, I know I'm going to get through it. But I'm being honest with you, God. I'm trusting you, but I don't like this, but I know I'm going to get through it. And sure enough, he does it. He does it. We go through it and we grow through it. And we're moving forth. When I tell you, I thank him for his steady hand. I thank him all the time. I'm trying to make sure that I am doing, and I shouldn't say trying, but I am trying to get a lot more things put in place for my social media stuff and everything. I want to get my website and everything up and going, because I had another person today just pour into me financially. And I'm like, God, first I make sure I want to keep all of the money that people are giving me and tithe off of that. Because the biggest thing for me is to make sure that I offer up to God exactly what needs to be done. Because he has truly been pouring into me financially and spiritually. Like when I tell you, I know it's nobody but him. And it's nobody but the fact of me just being willing to open up and give it to him. Learning how to save. I'm coming from a 2-income household and it's going to be 1. And I've been learning how to save, how to shop, how to spend, how to do all of that. And it's a process to it. And I thank God for the instructions on how to do it. You know, enrolling myself in my girlfriend's financial workshop, learning how to sit down with people on how to budget. You know, just things we have to instruct ourselves. Don't be feeling like, oh, I can't. Yes, you can. You can. And how about this? You have to. You have to. And there's nothing wrong with it. Don't sit there in no pity and, oh, I can't do this. You're going to learn today. You're going to learn. You're going to have to. You're going to have to, because if your house is shifting where things aren't what they used to be, get used to the fact that you are still here. God is breathing into you, and you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. He's not going to see you fail. He's not. There's a process to what he is doing, and we're going to learn through it. I thank God. Oh, I thank God, because I went and I was watching some of my videos and I was like, just in this matter, this little bit of time for me, I love showing emotions. I no longer hide from it. There wouldn't have been a point that I before would have cried, because if I would have cried, I would have had some crazy things going on in my head. And now it got to the point the other day, I was like, I just said something before. Every time I used to say it, I would break down and start crying. It used to get to me that, oh, you're about to be alone. You're about to not have, your spouse. And then I had to say, you know what? I'm not alone. Because that creeped up in my head. And I was like, no, you're not alone. One, the true thing that I have is I have myself. I have myself. And I know you're probably like, well, you didn't name God first. I know, because he's always here with me. He has made me really see myself and identify myself even better. So I know he's here. He's the first one there. But I see myself. I have myself. I go out and I do a lot of things by myself now. You couldn't have caught me by myself before. I always wanted to kind of attach myself to someone. And now it's like, nope. You can go out. I have friends. I went out the other day with one of my friends. And he and I had a wonderful time. We just went and busted up. We had to go get stuff done for the house and everything. But we went out same day with my niece too. So, I mean, being by yourself is not a bad thing. It's exactly why we need to be by ourselves, because we need to value and put more into ourselves. God is telling us it's okay, because this moment that you're by yourself is okay, and get used to it. Because like I said, I'm trying to be a leader. I don't know why that keeps coming to me. And I'm not necessarily saying a leader within the church. I am totally fine with just, I'm okay with being, ushering and doing stuff like that. When I mean a leader, I cannot be willing to open up businesses and open up and have nonprofits. That's a leader role. And one thing I know about the leader is sometimes you have to be alone, because you have to go off and be with, the fact that you have all these people working with you. I don't believe in the term of working under you or working for you. I believe of working with. And that's the best way for me, is to work with people. But as a leader, you have to also be instructed yourself. So you have to work and be around other leaders to help you in their role, to help you carry it out. So you are alone, but you're alone in the process with the fact that God is giving you all the instructions you need, and he's gearing up and partnering you with people within that same structure for you. So then you're not really alone. We have to grow, but be okay. It's weird saying all of this, because you're like, where is she going with all this? But it's okay for us to be alone. We learn what exactly needs to be done in this process. And sometimes we may make mistakes, but we learn from the mistakes, because like I said, the biggest thing on success is you fail and then you learn how to succeed in it. You learn how to go around a different way to get to it. I am so grateful for a lot of things in my life. I'm grateful for the fact that I sit here every night. I can't. So I started May 24th. We're about to come up on 2 months of me actually doing this and having a video out like on YouTube. But the fact that I am speaking up and speaking out, that I don't short stack that. That is a big, great thing. And when I tell you, yes, I talk about God a lot. I do, because this girl before used to just mention him and stuff. And especially if I was around a certain person, so you can think a certain way about me. Nope. Now it's like, if I talk about God too much, maybe this is not for you. And it's okay. It's okay. But the one thing I can tell you is I'm not going to short sell myself, and I'm not going to not talk about God, because I know just the tip of what he has done, just a taste of what he has done in my life, and I am so grateful for it. Yep, I am truly grateful for it. I was with someone and we were talking about, like, you know, I was saying, like, stay who you are. Stay who you are, because you're a wonderful person, and don't want to fit in with people because you feel like no one gets you or anything. If you feel like nobody is getting you, ask yourself a question. Are you even getting yourself? Are you getting yourself? Because if you feel like people are not getting you, then that could be for a reason. That could be where God is saying, I want you to feel like these people aren't getting you, because they don't need to be a part of your growth process. They're a hinder to you. They're a hindrance. So if people are not getting us, that is okay. That is okay. You can be fine with that. Family or friends. Because the whole thing about it is, don't lose who you are. If you have come so far, why would you go back into an area of comfort but misery? Just because someone else is saying that you're changing. Don't do that. Don't do that. We have come too far. And I bring this up because this person doesn't even know about my channel. And I still didn't tell them today about it. And mainly because I want this person to identify their own self, and do a whole lot of soul searching for themselves. And I'm going to share it with them. But the reason why I didn't share it with them, because right now, where her and I was connecting and everything, it wasn't all about me. I didn't want to change what she was coming to me with, for me to say, okay, well, watch this because my journal can help you in this. No, it was be quiet, open up your heart and your ears to this person. They need to talk right now, or is your lane. It will come a point where they'll probably come back to me, and then I can say, you need to come and watch just a little bit of these journals, because more importantly, you can start one yourself. You can start your journal on YouTube, and trust me, it will get a lot off of you. I have already showed and told people, like, look, go and do this. You ain't even gotta watch my channel. I would love it if you do it, but however, when I tell you this is like a therapy thing, man, thank God for it. Thank God for it, because I get to come on here and be myself. I get on here and I encourage myself, and every day I see something different in me. Tired and all over the place and all. Growth, it takes time. It takes time. So even when you be feeling like things may not be moving fast enough for you, there's a reason for it. Because how about this? You're continually moving. You just don't know it. You just may not see it. But your little adds up, adds up. And before you know it, it's multiplying and multiplying and multiplying and multiplying. And you're like, oh my goodness. Because I thank God that we serve a true living God, a God that is, it amazes me at times how he can be in all places at all times. This person who I was sharing and talking with today, I shared with her just one experience we had together. Because she came to my church with me. And she is of a different religion. She was born and raised in a different religion. But she came in, and ever since then, you can just see the difference in her, in the growth. And I let her come to me on her own because I'm not sure what exactly to say to her. I don't want to make her feel like, okay, I'm going to swarm you with what's going on. No, she opens up her own mouth. She comes and she asks me things. And if I don't know, because I tell her, if I don't know, come on, let's get on Google. Let's look it up together. Oh, we can call my pastor. We can call someone, one of the leaders at my church. Because even though I am not all the way there, I am learning myself. So how about this? We can learn together. I'm not going to knock myself down low. I'm going to learn with you. We can do this together. We both going to find out together. Don't sit there and be like, oh, I don't know. Come on, join in. Join for your growth. Yup. Come on. If you don't know where to start, you know, I've learned. My pastor and then my father also told me, who's a retired pastor who never retires, start in Psalms, the book of Psalms. It's a book for me that I call it's a book of love, a book of love and instructions. It's the book of Psalms for me. It has so much in it. And Proverbs, yeah, they're back to back. But all of it is great. All of it is great. All of it is like a great substance. It's food when I tell you. Oh, Jesus Christ. I thank God every day. I was at work today and I had to catch myself because I was like, God, this last 2 or 3 days now, I want to say, has been so calm, chillax, and cool that I'm not used to it, really not used to it. But I know you are working because I'm seeing things that I didn't see before. I'm having, you know, a connection of you being there without you even saying anything to me or nudging me. And I wouldn't even say it's actual words that he says to me. It's things that he brings across me in different ways of how he speaks to me. And it was so weird because one of my books that I read every morning was saying that. It was saying, let me get to it. Okay. Looking back, we realized the strength that carried us, the presence that washed us, and the way he spoke through friends, book, articles, and more. And I couldn't even say anything after that, but just like Jesus, I couldn't even get words together, but I thank you. And if I read all of it, it goes into about how in Genesis 28:16, Jacob awoke from his dream and said, Yahweh is here. He is in this place, and I didn't even realize it. And I was like, wow, God, you had this be where I read this morning when this was something that I was saying to myself about, man, you are here. And he comes and you come in so many ways, different ways. And it is like the important thing to do during trials is to journal what you are feeling, hearing, dreaming, and reading, etc. It is an incredible tool to use when future difficulties arise. We often think where experience is too tiny or insignificant. So get desperate for relief and breakthrough. That that we dismiss some of the gentle ways he lets us know he is with us. So he is with me. He is with us, guys. Them gentle ways, like the nudge that I've been getting, and he's going to come to you different than he comes to me. He'll come to me different than he goes to my daughter, my son. You know, my daughter had came and mentioned something to me out of the blue. You never believe the things that when we get in the car, very rarely now do I listen to what they say, secular music. And if we do, it's like R&B. So today we listen to Fantasia because my daughter loves like Fantasia. I love Fantasia. I do. And but I was listening before then. I listened to my music, all of my music. I have everything to the point of gospel in different genres. It doesn't matter, you know, to me, different genres of gospel. And this one particular song of Waymaker, I play this all the time, and my daughter had her headphones in her head. But all of a sudden, she just started singing this song. I never knew she paid that much attention to the music I play. Because literally, when we get in the car, her headphones is on. So you'd be surprised who actually is paying attention to you. So don't stop who you are and want to blend in with old familiar behavior. You keep on going forth because someone is watching you that will be affected. That someone will actually say, God is in them. Let me do what they're doing. Let me, you know, get it together. My daughter also mentioned to me about, you know, praying and talking with God. And I often say, as for me and my household, we will and we shall serve the Lord. You know, I anoint my house every month. And I, you know, clean things up and out. God, to let him know you are welcome here. This is your house before it was mine. This is your house. Thank you for having us live here, God. Thank you for having us be here. It's his before it was mine. And for my daughter just to, you know, actually speak that up and out of her, I stayed quiet because I let her talk. I don't want to force anything on her where then she won't feel comfortable to come and talk, because then she feel like she has to either get an approval from me. She doesn't need that. What she needs is me to be her mom in the listening ear. It was so funny because today as we were driving, she said to me, her and my older daughter said to me, they made this joke about she was like, Mom, how is it when we were younger, you would say to us, I am not your friend. Don't you play with me like that. Don't you say that to me. But she was like, now you are our friend. Because I had said something to her about, my boss had got some peaches from a farm. When I tell you these peaches were, I have never had a peach like this. Never. From a farm. Not in the market, not through all the daggone things that they do it. I don't know, not processed. Literally off the tree, literally given to me. And I was like, oh my goodness, this peach is so juicy. When I bit it, I turned it upside down and literally the juice was just falling from it. And she was like, Mom, how you all ask us to take a bite of your peach and everything, and then talk about how juicy and everything it is. Wouldn't it be something where you say, we are your kids, don't play with me like that? And I was like, what? I'm not getting what you're saying. She was like, Mom, why would you want to eat off of us and eat off of you? Now, mind you, I haven't done that, but I do that. So I was like, I need you to make some sense to me, Autumn, because you're not making sense to me. Make some sense to me. And she was like the peach, it's all dripping and everything, and you sitting there biting it and everything. Why would we eat a juicy wet peach behind you? And I was like, okay, now I get it. But it brought me to what she was saying about how, as an adult, and when I say it for adult, but more so, she's 17. She's going into she's a young adult. And I'm like, it's so funny because her and my daughter wanted to kind of be like, Mom, your whole attitude and everything of how you are now is totally different. And they already knew what I was about to say. They beat me to, and to God be the glory. Yeah. I love the relationship I have with my children. The ups and downs, the all over the place. I thank God for it, because I can truly see all of my faults. I can truly see where I'm doing way better in, all of their faults, where they are doing way better in. And I love the fact that it progresses and we go closer, and it's all for a purpose. When I truly do not hate my past. I truly thank God for it, because it would not have gotten me here. I mean, I got here because of it. I truly do. So I don't sit there and say anything. I don't regret anything that I have done, because it truly has been where the blinders is off, and I thank God for it, because now I can say, man, I see how I can go about doing this area of my life totally different. And that's what you have to do. Don't sit there and do the shoulda, coulda, wouldas of your past. Do the here and now. The here and now. I can, I will, I do. It's never too late for you to get a relationship going with your family and your children again. If you are a child, it's like I was saying, there's never too late for you to get a relationship with your parents. It can happen. With your siblings, it can happen. It will happen for you. It's going to take time. It will. And like I said, if it's a relationship that is tying you down and weighing you down, pray and move on. Because you have, where if it's bothering you like that, it's a soul tie that's going to keep you grounded and keep you in the area that may depress you, give you anxiety, have you overthink, and have you staying stagnant. You don't want that. You cannot afford it. Move forward and let God work on that in them. If he sees that it benefits you for that person to come back in your life, he'll do it. Don't you do it. Let God do it. You move forward. Because your growth depends on you moving up. You cannot afford to decrease your life to compromise it and to fit in with somebody else, because they don't know where your change is going, and they don't like where you are going. Remember I said, and I want to word this the right way of how I'm saying it. You want participators in your life, people that's going to help you in purpose, not people that is spectating. And yes, someone said, oh yeah, they still buy tickets to come and spectate. Yes, they do. And that's a good thing. Because the minute they come, if you have God all up in you and coming out of your pores and coming all through you, because it's not about us, it's about him coming through us, God will connect with them and God will work on them. However, you got to keep on moving forward for you. So if this person wants to keep you in the area and you can really see it and you prayed about it and God told you to move forward, let him work on you and you go and continue your growth. Because he's a multitasking God. He can work on the both of you. But don't have yourself go back into old behaviors to fit in and make someone else feel comfortable with you. How? You don't even know who you are. So why you want to get all comfortable for where you was if you're trying to grow? Keep on pushing. One of my books, and I have said it before when I was younger, I used to read The Little Engine That Could. I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. Keep on going. Because after a while, your thinking will go into, I know I can, I know I can, I know I can. Get your book, get the writing. This whole weekend trip for me, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna have fun and I'll probably post the videos of all of that too. But I'm still going to connect my journal with you guys because we are going forward. We are doing so much that I want you to see that this is something possible. I never would have thought that, one, I will go where I'm going and then go by myself. And yes, I'm having people with me from my church and everything like that. But I, myself, Audrey Lane, is going on. I'm going to find more about Audrey Lane out by myself. I came in this world by myself. I'm not truly alone because I have God with me. So I am going forth. He has me. I am going forth. You are going forth. When you got the big man that is actually all his plan, he then ordered it out. He has it going for you. Who will go in against it? Who will go against it? Don't you go against it. Don't hold nothing back from him. Because one, he knows what's in you. It's okay. We gonna be okay. We got this. You know why? Because the biggest defender of it all we have, and that's God. He got us. I think, or I know, put it like this, that